Now once again, good morning dear student. Now in today's class, once again I repeat the topic we discussed already in the previous class. So today this already we discussing about this third chapter, that is atoms and molecules. So in the previous class we already discussed about the atoms. As you know that atoms is the smallest particles which maybe exist or may not exist in a free state. Next we also discuss about the two important law, law of chemical combination. In that we discuss already the two important law. The first one is that is about the law of conservation of mass, and second one is a law of definite proportion. So now next today we are going to discuss about the modern day symbols of elements. So as you know that the first time the Dalton is a scientist who used some specific symbol for the presentation of element, but later on that is not widely accepted because these are the specific sign or the symbol. After that the one volunteers or one scientist whose name is what J.J. Berzelius. So Berzelius suggests that for the identification or they can use the special symbol for what for representation of element. So he suggests that why we not use some specific symbol that can represent the elements, and that is taken from what that is taken as the beginning letters of that elements, means the beginning letters of name of that elements. Before that at the beginning you know that the name of element is derived from where it is found, means that is depends on the place where it is found, means वो कौन सी जगह से उस जगह पे जैसे जिस प्लेस से वो derived किया जाता था, where it is found in that place. So on the basis of that the name was given. Also on the basis of the specific characters like color, for example gold is yellow in color, so on the basis of that color the name is also given before the Berzelius advice. And for example copper, the copper is found first time it is found in where? Cyprus. So the name of the copper is given based on that place Cyprus. But in the modern day we can use the particular letter for the representation of what? Representation of an element. So now but after that whenever we use the specific symbol or a letter, so the first letter for the representation of the element, the first letter should be in a capital letter. Okay, in uppercase we use the first letter as a capital letter. For example, suppose that for example if we want to write the symbol for the hydrogen, so mostly the first letter is used. So it is a element hydrogen and first letter of this is what? H. So the symbol of this hydrogen is written as a what? H. Okay. And if in some case if the two elements have the same letters, so we can take in the another letter after that, and that should be always written in a small letter. First one is a capital letter, and then after second we can use the small letter. For example, chlorine, or you can say chlorine. Example, Cl. First letter is a C and second one is a L. For the aluminium, aluminium can be written as a Al. It is not like a Al. This is the wrong way for writing the symbol. Correct way is what? Capital A, and then after it is followed by the smaller L. So in this way we can write it the symbol of element. So there are all 108 elements and they all have this specific symbol. So first 30 you should be orally remember all the elements with its atomic number sequence wise and also with its water. It's a symbol. So now that after the symbol is also given on the basis of Latin words. Means that all the elements, the different elements, they got their name from what? The Latin language or the Greek language. So, for example, Latin language, for example, simply this for hydrogen you can use this H, for chlorine you can use the Cl as a symbol. But for the sodium, what about the sodium? So according to this, the sodium. So the symbol of sodium should be what? S or SO. Maybe S or SO. Because it is beginning with what? S. It is beginning with what? S. But it is not happen that the name of the sodium or is written with the SO letter, but the symbol of sodium is not a SO. The symbol of sodium is what? Na. So from where this Na comes? So this comes from where? The Latin language. Because the Latin name of the sodium is what? Natrium. What? Natrium. This is the Latin names. This is the Latin names of the sodium, natrium. So we use the first two letters of the Greek word natrium. That's why the symbol of nitrogen, this sodium is what? Natrium. So I am going to write here some the specific elements and whose symbols and their Latin words, because many time in exams some Latin names of element also asked in exam. So now I am going to writing here. Just you note down in your notebook. Now some elements. Latin name and symbol. Now first one is the sodium. So what is the Latin name? Already we discussed, natrium. So symbol is water and A. Means the sodium is represented by the letter Na. Second one, potassium. Now from this word, the symbol of potassium should be P or PO, but it is not happen. The symbol for the potassium is what? K. Why it is K? Because the Latin name of potassium is kalium. So it is denoted like letter K. You can write like this in a tabular form. It is better to represent in as a tabular form. Serial numbers. Iron, it should be I or R, but it is not a happen like, because the Latin name of iron is a ferrum. So the symbol for the iron is a Fe. Now next this fourth one is a gold. Gold, the Latin name of gold is what? Aurum. So The symbol is AU. It is silver. The Latin name of silver is what? Argentinum. So it's AG. Because why it is not AR? Because the symbol of argon is also AR. So we are taken as a third letter AG. So AG is the symbol for what? Silver. Or more example, copper. So the Latin name of the copper is a cuprum. So symbol is a Cu. Mercury. The Latin name of mercury is a hydrogyrum. The symbol is Hg. For lead, the symbol for lead is a Pb. Is a Pb. The first letter is the capital letter P, and then it is followed by the small letter B. Okay. Why it is Pb? Because the Latin name of a lead is plumbum. Tin. The symbol is tin for the Sm. Why it is Sm? Because the Latin name of tin is a stannum. So now these are the some what the elements, their Latin names and their symbols. So this may be asked in an exam, because these are the Latin names. The Latin names of the sodium is natrium and symbol is Na. Potassium, the Latin name of potassium is a kalium, and it represents in a letter form of in letter K. Iron, the Latin name of iron is water, ferrum, and the symbol for it water Fe. Now gold is the symbol is Au, because the Latin name of gold is water, aurum. Silver, argentinum, Ag, represented by the Ag. Copper, cuprum, Cu. Hydrogyrum, Hg, for the mercury, for the lead, plumbum, Pb, and for the tin, stannum, the symbol is Sn. So these are the important. It may be asked in 1 or 2 marks in exams. That's why it's very important to discuss here. So everybody, you note down this all these in your notebook. Then next we are discuss about the molecules. So now everybody, you note down. So now next quarter, the atomic mass. Atomic mass means there are the two concepts in the chemistry about the atomic number and atomic mass. So for example, if we represent any, for example, hydrogen. This is the representation of a hydrogen, and the number whatever we are writing here, that is called its mass number, and we can write here its atomic number. For example, suppose that if we are taking any examples of any elements, for example, this element is X. What? An element is X, and now we are writing here this A, and here we write like what? B. So here this A is what? Atomic number. A is the atomic number, and this B This B is called what? Mass. This B is known as what? Atomic number. This is known as what? Atomic number, and this is known as what? Mass number. Mass number. For example, sodium. If we are taking the example of what? Sodium, Na. So the atomic number of sodium is what? Atomic number of sodium is what? That is 11, and mass number of sodium is what? 23 or 24. So here we are writing what? The mass number 23. Okay. So now here the concept is what? Is about the atomic mass. The mass of an atom is called atomic mass. Means whatever the mass of atoms, that is called the atomic mass. As we discussed in what? In Dalton's atomic theory, the most remarkable things of the atomic theory is that what? The mass, atomic mass. So the atomic mass that is given in water. Before that, it is given in water. AMU means atomic mass unit. But after the explanations or suggestion of IUPAC. IUPAC means what? This is the international level organization. The full form of IUPAC means the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It is a worldwide organization of chemistry. So after the suggestion of IUPAC, the mass, because it's very difficult to find the mass of individual atoms, so that mass is taken as what? Combined. Okay, because there are the different forms of isotopic forms of exist in nature. So first time means first time that is a relatively mass is taken from water, the oxygen 1/16 of oxygen, because mostly the oxygen is reacted in nature with the most of atoms. And second thing, it gives the whole number. After combining it gives the whole number. That's why the oxygen is preferred for the find relative mass. But after that use water carbon, because carbon is found most in two isotopic forms, carbon 12 and carbon 14. So relative atomic mass means it is defined as the number of times of a given atoms of a element is heavier than 1/12 of mass of atoms of carbon. Means what we are here, we are comparing the mass of atoms with what? Carbon 12. Means how much that atoms is heavier than 1/12 of the carbon. So for example, hydrogen. If we compare the mass of hydrogen, means the hydrogen is how much heavier than 1/12 of carbon 12 mass. Okay, suppose that if we want to find the mass of hydrogen, so in the relative mass in terms of carbon 12, so mass of hydrogen is 1/12 of the mass of hydrogen atoms. Let's suppose that this is 1/12 of carbon or hydrogen. This is the mass of hydrogen. How much it is heavier? How much heavier this hydrogen than the 1/12 of carbon? Now next, unified mass means atomic mass unit. It is equal to the mass of 1/12 of the mass of one atoms of carbon. Okay, so why it is carbon Carbon is taken as why? Because carbon is found in its to water. Isotopic form, carbon 12 and carbon 14. That's why we are taking water, carbon 12. Now, next a molecule. So, how molecules is formed? The molecules is formed when the two or more atoms combine chemically. You can say that is a group of more than two atoms, two or more atoms when combined chemically and they combine together chemically and they have the force of attraction between them that forms what? Molecules. For example, so first we shall define when two or more atoms combine chemically when two or more atoms combine chemically and forms bonds between them. Then it forms molecules. For example, molecules of hydrogen, molecules of what is a helium, molecule of argon, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, ozone, this phosphorus, sulfur. This all are the water molecules. So now you can see that there are the different numbers. So this all are water, the number of atoms present in a molecule. So the numbers of atoms present in the molecules, that is called what? Atomicity of that molecules. Means how much atoms combine in that molecules. Means how many atoms combine together and they form molecules. यानी कि कितने atoms मिलकर वो molecules बना रहे. So here what? Shall I rough this all? Yes. So, as I told you that the number of atoms present in a molecule is called what? Atomicity. Number of atoms present in a molecule. Simply you can say that the number of atoms present in the molecules, or the number of atoms constituting a molecules, or you can say the number of atoms constituting or you can say that the number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as atomicity. So now here we can see that this atom of helium now helium have only one atom. argon. This argon is also have a one atom. So these are known as what? Monoatomic. This type of a molecule is called what? Monoatomic. Mono means one. Means the molecules which contain only one atom. Hydrogen have water. This H2. Hydrogen we can write it like this H2. So number of atoms in hydrogen is what? 2. So it's water. It's a diatomic. So if the number of atoms present in a molecule is 1, then it is considered as a water monoatomic. Monoatomic. Now some more examples. This carbon is also, this nitrogen N2. It is how much? It has the 2 atoms. Oxygen, this oxygen also have 2 atoms. Means it forms what? Nitrogen plus nitrogen. So it forms water. And 2 oxygen plus oxygen, it forms O2. So it also consists of 2 atoms. So this type of is called what? Diatomic. This shows what? Atomicity. This shows what? Atomicity. Monoatomic means which consists of only single atoms, and the molecules which consist of the 2 atoms is called what? Diatomic. Means nitrogen plus nitrogen. There are the 2 atoms of nitrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen. Now further, O3 means ozone. This O3 is what? Ozone. So this ozone is formed oxygen plus oxygen plus oxygen. When the 3 atoms of oxygen are what? Oxygen. When the 3 atoms of the oxygen combine together, it form a O3, and this O3 is what? Triatomic. This is considered as a triatomic. And this is what? Ozone. This is what? Ozone. Ozone gas. Okay. Now here this P4 means this phosphorus found in the P4 form. Means there are when this P4 means phosphorus. And the 4 atoms of the phosphorus is combined, it forms one molecule of water, phosphorus. So it's water tetraatomic. Or this sulfur is combined when the 8 atoms of the sulfur is combined, means S plus S plus S plus S, S 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 and one more, then it form water Sa. So this type of atom is called polyatomic. This molecules is known as what? Polyatomic. So when it consists, so mostly the metals are water. Mostly metals are water, monoatomic. Non-metals like this nitrogen, oxygen, this hydrogen is also H2. Hydrogen is also what? Diatomics. Means there are the 2 numbers of atoms in a molecule. So that is called what? Diatomics. And triatomic and tetraatomic is for Cl4, CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. So these are water. These all are known as water. Atomicity. So atomicity means water. It's very clear from this all the examples. Atomicity means water. The numbers of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. On the basis of atomicity, we can classify the molecules in a monoatomic form, diatomic form, triatomic form, tetraatomic and polyatomic. Means more than 2 or 3, that is called polyatomic molecules. I hope you this clear for everybody. This all things are given in your textbook. There a table is given there. You can see there. Chlorine is also diatomic. Example of this chlorine Cl2 means Cl plus Cl means 2 atoms of chlorine combined together, they form chlorine gas Cl2. So this is called what a diatomic form. Okay, so this is all about water atomicity. Now next we are discussing about water ions. Okay, so now you note down this all. These are examples of monoatomic, this diatomic and this triatomic, because sometimes these are maybe asked in your exam. So note down, and this all things are given in your textbook at page number 36 in table 3.3. So you note down from there. So as we discussed the molecules also found in the compounding form. So molecules of compounds, for example, if we are taking the examples of water, H2O. So this is water. This is the one molecules. This is the one molecule of what? Water. So it combined by water, hydrogen and oxygen. So when it is formed when these two elements combine chemically in a definite proportion. So it's formed as water, the compound molecules. This is called water molecules of a compound. For example, CH4, this methane. This methane is also water. When it is 14:3 and it is this 1:8. One more example, that is water, carbon dioxide 3:8, that is CO2.